Well, guys, there you have it. Get your train booked, get your hotel booked, because it looks like Newcastle could well be heading to Wembley for the final of the Carabao Cup. After the first leg of the semis, we have beaten Southampton 1-0. We take it back to St James's Park next Tuesday to hopefully seal the deal and send ourselves down to Wembley. I tell you what, I'll take it. I will take it. A win down there in the first leg is a perfect result. I'd said previous to this, a draw would have been all right. You know, take the draw, get back at home, win that game. Even a low loss wouldn't have been the end of the world. But we get it over the line. We get the win. We go into the home leg 1-0 up. And I cannot wait to get back to St James's Park in a week's time. I tell you what, that game was, well, it had it all, didn't it? I tell you what, first half, how many chances do we need to score a goal? Yeah, we'll talk about it later, but ISAK comes on, changes the game straight away, and gets the goal for Joey, who finishes it well. I'll tell you what, he had one earlier on, which you think, how's he missed that one? Thankfully, when he did score, I don't think he could miss that one. He was so close to the goal. ISAK set it up on a plate for him. Yeah, and we get the 1-0 win. But first half, how many chances do we need? That's the thing with Newcastle at the minute. We are defending solidly. But it wasn't even that. We were just stretching for it, or we just missed it. We had sitters. We were just smashing over the bar. The first half was slightly infuriating. And when we do score, Joelinton puts the ball in the back of the net, gets ruled out for a handball. How? How is that a handball? I tell you what, we've got this VAR. They look at one angle and make the decision. Look at the other 7 angles where it's literally, because that's the thing, from one angle it's bouncing off Joelinton's chest and it kind of it comes across his arm from hitting his chest. And on one angle it looks like it could well have hit him in the arm. So what angle did they look at? They look at that one. So yes, that one's ruled out. We'll go into the second half, but I tell you what, in the second half, I thought Southampton were worse in the second than they were in the first. I thought we came into it, we had good chances. I tell you what, Nick Pope, he makes a few good saves, doesn't he? There's a reason he's got such a fantastic record in the net at the moment. How many hours he's kept the ball out, and the ball did go in the back of the net. Who else? Adam Armstrong goes and scores, but what happens? That one's ruled out by VAR for handball as well. And I tell you what, it does hit his arm. And those are the rules. If it hits your arm in any way, shape or form in the lead up to a goal, it's ruled out. So what do we reckon then? Do we like VAR now? Or do we not like VAR? Because yes, it did screw us. But thankfully, it ruled out their goal as well. And that was the thing. It was just one of them games where you're just praying that one of these chances we're creating goes in the back of the net. You've got Sean Longstaff skying it over the bar. You've got Joelinton at the backstick, hoofing it into row Z. And I'm just thinking, please, someone set something up so we can just take this win back home. And as I said, they had a few chances as well. They had some opportunities, but generally speaking, I thought we were the better team. I thought we, considering we were the away side, I thought we held the ball well. We generally had the better of it. And as I say, when you need a goal, who do you bring on? Double substitution. ISAK and Maxi both come onto the pitch. And straight away, ISAK makes a difference. Quality run down the right-hand side. Fizzes it across the goal. You could say the Southampton defenders could have done a little bit better. Goes through the legs of one, a poor touch from the other. It lands to Joelinton arriving into the box. And as I say, despite the misses that we had throughout that game, you couldn't have missed that one. God help me. God help me. But he doesn't. He puts it in the back of the net. And this is the thing, you know. I think, generally speaking, we have been a little bit quiet on the goal front. And there was people going into this game calling out for the likes of ISAK and Maxi to get that time on the pitch. I did my lineup predictions and I started ISAK. I mean, look, I did say that, not ahead of Joelinton. I said to put Joelinton back into the centre midfield, but give Maxi or give ISAK a go. I think Wilson's looked a little bit off it, to be honest, and I do think he deserves the chance to try and get it back. I think he is the man who has scored the goals for us in the past, and I understand why Eddie Howe keeps playing him, because really what we want is for him to get his form back so he's scoring again. You don't want to go, right, he's not scoring goals, right, get him off, get somebody else on. I get it why he's sticking with him, because he wants him to score. But at the same time, when you've got the likes of £60 million ISAK on the bench, you've got to get him on and you've got to give him a chance. So I was really happy to not only that we put these players on, but they took the chance and they scored the goal. And then you've got Maxi running through as well, gets taken down, and they got a bit spicy towards the end as well. Southampton went and got themselves a player sent off, started kicking us around basically. I think at that point we were the team that were ahead and we were the team who could have scored again. There was a few pushes, a few little bites between both sets of players, to be fair, but I think Southampton were the ones who were kicking out a little bit. They weren't too happy they were losing and they didn't want to let us score again. The bloke goes off, Jacob Murphy there, the guy's complaining as he's walking off. Jacob Murphy's just giving him a little bit of a wave on the way off the pitch. See you later. And that's the way the game ended. 1-0 to Newcastle. Feeling, as I say, a little bit nervous, a little bit unsure going to this one. And as I've said, just hoping we can take something back to St James's Park. And I've said this before, and obviously what I said at the start of the video, you know, get your hotels booked is tongue-in-cheek, because I'm not risking it just yet. But we'll go home now. We'll go to St James's Park. And I'd said it before, over 2 legs, the better team shines through. And I feel like we were the better team tonight. And you've just got to think, with a break this weekend, Southampton do have a game themselves this weekend, whether they rest players or rotate players, I've got no idea, but they do have a match to play this weekend. Newcastle with their 112 IQ, 180 IQ, knocked out of the FA Cup, so we can have a break at the weekend and then come back on Tuesday and play again. So we've got a full week's rest. We'll come back fully restored and we'll do it at St James's Park. So get your scarves ready, and hopefully that will be the game that sends us through to the final at Wembley. Alright guys, thanks for watching. As always, drop a like, subscribe if you have enjoyed this video. If you're still watching all the way till the end of this instant reaction, be sure to subscribe. Loads of videos coming out on the channel at the minute. And that's the thing, we've got no game this weekend, but I've no doubt there'll be a lot of action in this January window for the last week. I still fully expect Newcastle to bring in at least a player, if not 2. So we hope to maybe have somebody in time for the game in a week's time. So we'll find out very soon. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll catch you later.